It would help if I actually turned on the mic. That would be very helpful. Yeah. It's streaming day. Mm, Um, it's streaming day. And I get to rant about plants today. I wasn't even completely sure if I was gonna stream today because I wasn't feeling that great. But I decided no, I'm gonna do it anyway because I wanna talk about plants. For absolutely no reason. Um, and it's better to talk about them with you than to myself because I've done that. I've just talked about plants to myself before. It's a whole thing. Um, um, I was gonna make an entire notebook and stuff about like research and stuff that I found out about plants, and I even started it where like I have. That's just about strawberries. And the entire thing is just about strawberries, and it's just the beginning, like just some basic information and their Latin names for different kinds of strawberries. So, hi Jack, how are you? But yeah, I also started my rose seeds today, so those are now in the fridge, on some sphagnum moss, and I'm excited to see if those will grow. I got some strawberry seeds. I look older. No, I look tired. That's why. um, I don't think I really look older, but it's probably just the lighting. I don't know. But and what was I saying? Yeah, I got some strawberry seeds, and they're different strawberry seeds than the ones I've always tried to like grow, and like they've just died after a certain time. Like they just like become stagnant and then they die. I don't know if that's the right word, but I do that. They do that, and then but these ones are different because the instructions on the back. Because every packet of seeds comes with like instructions how to start them. But these ones, they don't say to put them in the fridge first, and the other ones did, but I never did that. I just put them straight in soil. So I'm excited. And these the ones I also got tell me a good time to start planting them indoors, which is cool too. I also got cherry tomatoes. I've never tried to grow any type of tomatoes before, so I'm excited to do that. And then I get to look up recipes to use the cherry tomatoes. But yeah, I have the black rose seeds and the blue ones starting. I haven't done. I only did two of them. These are the purple black rose seeds, which I'm not sure if they actually will work or not. But I'm gonna try them later. And I got technically succulent cactus soil mix for the strawberries this time because strawberries prefer sandy loam soil with compost added into it more than normal soil. So there's that. So yeah, I have a giant bag of compost that I'm gonna add to the soil for the roses, and the I'm gonna add some to the sandy loam soil before I put the strawberries inside. So I'm excited for that, but I'm not gonna start the strawberries until like March or April. I think it might be April. Um, so that, and you know, I'm working on trying to get a plant shelf with like I'm like gonna like get a shelf, and then I'm gonna add grow lights to it, and then like it will be like a little plant shelf and so that'll be cool. I have my mini rose bush is blooming. It's growing really nice, and I bought another one like last week. I bought a second one. So that's exciting. And yeah, what else do I have? I think that's all I have for growing right now. I eventually want to start growing my own herbs, and then I want to get like those like olden style drying racks, which I think would be really cool to like dry out the herbs, and then I can put them in like my mortar and pestle, and then turn them into seasonings that you use in like cooking and stuff. Because I think that would be quite cool. Because it's really fascinating watching like them make spices and stuff um during like the like 1800s, where they don't have like technology and all that stuff. They just have like their hands and stuff. Is quite interesting to me, and I find it really fascinating. Um, so yeah, I found that really cool. I want to try that, but I still want to try growing an orchid from complete seed, because I've only ever bought like a fully grown orchid and then taken care of it and stuff. But I still want to try growing it from pure seeds, because I think that'd be cool. Um, but yeah, so there's that. Um, um my throat's probably gonna be sore after this. But it's okay. Let's see. Oh, speaking of orchids, I have an orchid that I really want, but I can't get because I don't have the right environment for it. I would have to make like its own planetarium cabinet, like kind of thing. Um, so and that's like the vanilla bean orchid, because vanilla beans actually come from orchids, which is quite cool. Which is why I found it so funny whenever I see like in Minecraft the mods they like say that vanilla beans grow on trees, because they really don't. They grow on the specific vanilla bean orchids that are actually a vine type of orchid, because there's different kinds of orchids. Because most people are used to seeing like the flower kind of orchid that is like the stem and leaves and stuff. But the vanilla bean one is it's a vine, and it's really cool and fascinating to learn about. I was like researching it like a couple not like a couple, but like several months ago, so I don't remember everything, but I do remember that it starts growing like flowers and stuff like once it reaches a height of like 8 feet, which is really tall. But and then the vanilla the flowers actually the smell produces is like it's a vanilla smell, which is really cool. So those are nice. And then you have to hand pollinate every single flower in order for it to have a chance to turn into a vanilla bean pod kind of thing. Cause where they are native from, like where they originated, there was a specific bee that used to pollinate them, but like we don't have those in most places, and I'm not even sure if that place still has the bees there anymore anyway. But it's really fascinating how you hand pollinate the flowers themselves, and then if and it's really easy to tell if the pollination stuck or not, because if it like took, then the stem of the base of the flower would start to swell as the flower starts to die. And then it was 8 or 9 months, I believe, that for it to fully mature and turn into a vanilla bean pod that's ready for harvesting, which is really cool. But that's also a really long time. But it kind of makes sense. And then if it didn't take, then the flower just naturally dies. And you still got to experience the nice fragrance of vanilla from the flower. But I found that really cool. I want to grow my own vanilla and then bake with it, like make like vanilla bean scones or like vanilla bean icing and stuff for the cake. And it was a bit real cool to bake with if I like grew it myself. But I would need to like have like a special kind of cabinet that I would turn into like a tropical environment for it. I think it might be able to grow flowers and like turn it into vanilla bean pods before it becomes 8 feet tall. I don't think I'm not sure if like it has to be a minimum of 8 feet tall, but it might be before it starts growing flowers, or it might be it grows as tall as it can in the environment it's in before it starts growing flowers that you can pollinate into vanilla beans. But it's still really fascinating. It's also really fascinating to learn that like wild orchids that you find they grow on trees, not in the ground like we have them. Which makes sense because the soil that's best for them is called orchid bark, which is basically tree bark. So it makes sense. But it's really cool to like see pictures of like wild orchids on trees. I just find that really cool. I also find it really cool how to like crossbreed different plants. So like you can like crossbreed different kinds of roses for a chance of it to grow a new color rose. I don't think the inbred roses really make, like most times it doesn't make a seed. It only grows there on that part of the bush from the roses. But I think some of them might produce seeds. So that's kind of cool too. That is quite cool. Yeah. There's a lot of cool things about plants that I like. I also like the what people found were like the medicinal purposes of different plants. That's cool to research. That's a good thing to research. So, let's see. I'm now blanking on different plants to talk about. So that's funny. There's one flower that I had in my flower bed out front, and it was like a galaxy kind of looking flower. It was purple with white spots, but it never actually said the name of the flower. I don't know what it's called, but why did I search up fauna? That's not what I wanted to search. I was thinking of flora and fauna. I guess. I don't know. There's herbs. I was gonna search up different herbs. I accidentally went into the shopping. Oh, there's an ad break in this in a minute for non-subs. How lovely. Oh yeah, because there's two different types of dill. There's one that there's the just straight, and then there's the leafy ones. That's cool. I also found it fascinating that mint is a natural spider repellent. Whether it actually works or not is a different story. Mm. Oh yeah, you can use dandelions for cooking. I forgot about that. And there's like dandelion soup and stuff. Let's see. What are the different type of orchid species that we can look at? Oh, there's a lot. Yeah, so the most common one we find is the one with the stems and the giant flowers that we say which we see, but they're called Phalaenopsis. Yeah, they're the most common orchids in the marketplace. They're commonly known as moth orchids. That's cool. Let's see. What is the various color orchid? A blue orchid. That makes sense. I've never seen a blue orchid actually. And now that I think about it, I've never seen a blue orchid. They yeah, most blue orchids you find are contain dye, but a naturally blue orchid is really rare apparently. Um, Slipper orchids are illegal? What? Wild lady slippers have special requirements that make them difficult to cultivate and rarely survive transplanting from the wild. Because of that, on federal lands it is illegal to dig or pick the orchids. That makes sense. What is the queen of all orchids? Cattleyas. Oh, because it's known as the queen of orchids. Or the prom orchid. Showy and fragrant. That makes sense. Yeah, moth orchids are the easiest to grow. Well, damn. That's surprising. There's around 28,000 known species of orchids. That's a lot. Actually, that's a lot. I say that as if I didn't find out that there was like over 100,000 different species of strawberries. Wait, what was the number? Did I put it here? I don't know if I even wrote it down. Um, nope. I don't think I did. But there was a lot. There was a lot more than I was thinking. For the... Oh! The hardest orchid to care for. Dendroflax lindeni is scientific name for the ghost orchid. It's an epiphyte that is very difficult to flower. This orchid needs extremely high humidity and temperature. In addition, the species is not only difficult to get into bloom, but many people even struggle to keep the plant alive. So ghost orchids, the biggest risk for these flowers is that they will be loved to death, plucked right out of their host trees by poachers to be sold or to collectors in illegal markets. I didn't know there was... So they are grown in wetlands. That's cool. The oldest known individual orchid plant is also a G. Speciosum. I ain't gonna try and do the first word. That's too long. Yeah. Dracula orchids. Oh! I didn't know those orchids were called Dracula orchids. Interesting. The genus Dracula represents over 100 species with a natural habitat ranging from Mexico down to Peru. Interesting. Oh. This is cool. Let's see. I didn't know orchid mantises were a thing. What is an orchid mantis? Keeping an orchid mantis as a pet requires specific knowledge and care. And these mantises are not ideal for beginners, but for those who take good care of them, they can be a wonderful and intriguing addition to the world of exotic pets. An orchid it looks so cool, but also so creepy. Let me see one sec. I have to save it. Okay. You wanna help as I figure if I remembered where I saved it. What the fuck? Oh, thank you for redeeming tea time. I think it's cool enough. It is! Yay! Um. I have no idea where I saved that. Okay, what I want to know what an orchid mantis looks like more. Oh, they're so cute. I'll show you. Just give me a second. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, they're so cute. I'll see if I can get it up. Let me. There we go. Look at them. They look so cute. Oh my! Oh, look how tiny. It's so tiny. And you can have these as a pet? They're so cute. Oh! Look at how it's kind of creepy. It reminds me of, like, specifically the head. It reminds me of, like, a dragon head with, cat ears. I don't know why, but that's what I'm seeing. Oh, they blend in with the flower. That's cool. That makes sense. What is this one? I think that one's not an actual one. What is this? Oh, they're so tiny. Blah, blah, blah. And then this one. Whoa. So are these the eyes? I feel like these have to be the eyes. What the fuck is this? It looks so cute. What do they eat? Oh, that's cute. I wonder what they eat though. Oh, this one's cool. So they literally are made to look like orchids. I still can't go over how tiny. Okay. They're so tiny and cute. Let me see. How... Now I'm curious. Yeah. There are 103 distinct species and subspecies. Um... There's a bunch of different... Yeah, there's thousands of strawberry varieties, because that's including like the subspecies and all that stuff. I'm curious, how many rose species are there? Oh, that's actually a lot more than I thought. There's over 300. Oh, there are over 300 accepted species of roses, but only about 20 of them are the ancestors of all modern cultivated roses. Huh. That's cool. So accepted species. What about the rejected ones? No, hell. If I knew how to fucking spell. And now I'm getting into rose language because now I want to see what they mean. I can't read that. Ooh. Yeah, because blue roses. Rainbow roses. Oh, lavender rose. Have I seen a lavender rose before? I don't think I have. Interesting. Now, okay, here's my favorite rose, which is the black rose. This one says changing courage, mourning and hope, death. The most common. Everyone thinks it means death, but a lot of times it doesn't actually. And a lot of these say change and hope. A lot of these do also say mourning. Oh, and certainty. Certainty. Language of flowers. Cornflower, riches. Daisy, attachment. You know, I can fucking speak. Hindered leaved rose. Sincere love. So it has to be a hindered leave. 100 leaved rose. I read it wrong. Violet means modesty. Convoivus? Whatever. Means tender love. Heather means solitude. Geranium means sincerity. Nettle means defiance. Lily of the valley, sensitiveness. Yellow rose, contentment. Rhododendron. That alright. Whatever. Means strength. Narcissus equals pride. Jasmine, faithfulness. Gentian, or gratitude. Edelweiss means cleanliness. Pansy, messenger of love. They also will spread like fucking wildfire. White rose equals purity, depending on how you give it. Pink equals hope. Okay, this is kind of interesting. Amaranthus is never fading feelings. That's cool. Baby's breath, everlasting love and innocence. China aster is fidelity and thoughtfulness. Chrysanthemum, a life of ease. Cosmo, order and harmony. Dahlia, proud love without compromise. Globe, amaranth, immortality and unfading love. Interesting. Hydrangea, heartfelt emotions and gratitude. Leucanthus, outgoing nature and appreciation. Peony, nobility and value. Sedum, bones of affection. Zinnia, lasting love, goodness, and constancy. How interesting. not that I wanted to talk about plants, but I like my brain is like completely blanking on different plants to talk about. Which is funny, cause I've gone on tons of rants about different plants before. Oh, yeah, we also got morning glory seeds. So they were different colors of morning glory that we've never seen before. It's just quite cool. The dead plant back there. um, let's see. Yeah, but I hope to get a vanilla bean orchid at one point in my life. Eventually, I want to have my own home garden so that I have more ingredients to make home cooked meals, and I would get the satisfaction because I and the fulfillment because I grew them myself, and it would save me money on groceries. And I'd probably have more motivation to make my own meals from scratch. So there's that. And then I hope the blues roses actually grow because I have those in the fridge. And then we will find out if the the black and purple roses are dead seeds too. But for right now, we don't know. Because I haven't planted any of them. And now I'm looking at tattoos of roses. I don't know why. These are really pretty though. I say that I have a rose tattoo. Can you tell I like roses? Uh, yeah, I wasn't. um, yeah. I'm not sure that this stream will get to an hour or not, cause I wasn't expecting this stream to be long today. Cause I'm not feeling the greatest, but yeah, you know. Whatever happens, happens. Yeah, this is technically my second tattoo. I have one on my ankle that I got. It's a little soot sprite from like Spirited Away and other Studio Ghibli films. Because I got the soot sprite to see if I could even handle the pain of a tattoo before I got this one, and I've wanted this one for like 10 years. So, and then I got it a couple years ago. So that was nice. And I have another tattoo planned that I am thinking about getting, but it's not like fully planned out yet, so. Uh, yeah. I have two tattoos. And we'll see if I ever actually get more. But I have another one in mind for if I do get another one. I technically have two actually in mind. So, hi Wasta. Oh, not the tattoo meaning. I just want to know. I just want lotuses. Yeah, I thought about possibly growing lotuses, but those are like water, and I would need like a pond and stuff, so it's not really something I can grow that great for them to have like their best environment other than just like a glass bowl of water. Which some people do, but I would not do that. I'm good. How are you, Wasta? Um I used to have a list of all of the plants and stuff I wanted to research. Uh, and I did the strawberries, but I have no idea where that went. So, but yeah, hopefully the strawberry seeds, once I actually start them, grow this time instead of every other attempt where they grow and then they stop and then they die for no reason. I'm glad you're good and only a bit tired. Not like bad. Yeah. I'm not sure I'll stream for very long because I've not been having good time with pain and stuff, so I'm feeling a bit sick. But 'tis life. Oh hey, another example that I like plants. Tea mug. Let's see, what are there? There's so many plants that I wish that I could grow because I feel like they'd be really cool. Yeah, there's one time I like fully planned out and like drew kind of um an entire front yard of what I would like do for like a flower garden. Oh, I hope your all went good. But I made like an entire diagram of how I wanted like my flower garden in the front yard to be if I ever owned my own house, and then the backyard was gonna be all of like the vegetables and all that stuff that I would use for cooking and everything. I don't know where that went. I might have thrown that one that diagram away, but like it had like a little gazebo and like an arch and like I'm pretty sure it had like a koi fish pond too. Um, and then like it would be kind of galaxy colored theme, so it like kind of looks like a galaxy of like blacks, purples, and blue flowers and stuff, because they're my favorite colors. Uh, but yeah, I remember that. And then yeah, I used to have a lot of plants, and like I constantly talk about plants, and so everyone jokes of like if I ever had my own house, if they walked inside, it would be like walking into a jungle instead of a house, because there would just be plants everywhere, and I'm just like, I'm not that bad yet. Maybe one day. But I'm not that bad yet. Yeah, and maybe if I get like big enough area, I'll actually grow like pumpkins or something. I wanted to grow it was watermelon and honeydew. It was cantaloupe. Cantaloupe. It's cantaloupe. Um, cause I like eating them. They're good food. They're yummy. So, yeah. And then what else? What else? Let's see. Um, yeah. There's the fact though that like if I was ever to like have like a jungle kind of house, like my house would be filled of if I had like a house that was full of plants, they would all need to be cat friendly. Cause my cat doesn't eat plants. My cat doesn't really go after plants, but there is some plants that sometimes she will go after, and I kind of need to make sure that they're non-toxic to her if I'm gonna have them in the house, so that in case she does eat them, they're not gonna harm her in any way. Cause like I used to have like a little pot on my desk, and I grew cat grass in it. It was a type of grass that specifically is like a treat for cats, and it grew quite fast. And I used to give it to my to my cat, and she would like devour it sometimes, and then other times she would just like, I don't want that. I haven't really had too many bug problems when I've had a decent amount, and then there's like always like the natural um mixtures that you can spray on plants to keep uh bugs and stuff away. And then there's like I have right there actually the bright neon yellow thing is a bug sticker, so they get caught in there and then they kind of die. So also hi Mint. uh but yeah, I would just have more of the bug stickers because they get drawn to it by the bright yellow, apparently. Not to mention, yeah, you can tell I like plants because I like talking about them. I like having a bunch of them, and then I have a bunch of Lego of them because I have this one I have that I did on stream with you guys, and then I have the full-sized one. I have chrysanthemums. I have the garden emporium thingy that I'm building in the other room as well. So, I mean, there's that. I would love to be a gardener. Um, but medical problems. I don't have the space to actually be a gardener. And then the fact of mobility problems. Hi, Dozy. I'm doing good. How are you? I don't really use my PNG anymore, partially because it doesn't really work. Like it doesn't work, but I use it as a picture when I'm doing my art cam, and I'm like put in place of where like my webcam would be, kind of thing. So I'm glad you're doing good. So yeah, don't really use that PNG, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I even started using the PNG because I always used my camera. I guess it's because everyone that I was constantly around constantly used PNGs and stuff, and I'm just like, I feel awkward having my camera on when everyone else is using PNGs, so I like made myself a PNG tuber kind of thing. But now I'm just like, I could not fucking care. You get to look at my ugly face. So, um, what else? My brain completely blanked. Hmm. Yes, I still drink loads of tea. I drink almost purely tea. Except for like sometimes, but mostly I drink tea still. I don't think that's ever gonna change, if I'm being completely honest. So, yeah, I think I'm always gonna be. I don't really drink soda. I've been drinking it a bit more often recently, but even then, it's like I rarely drink soda. But like the soda that I have been drinking is like the Marble Pops, like the soda where you drop a marble into it, and that's about the only soda I've really been drinking. So I do not drink water. Water is disgusting. It tastes awful. And no one can say that water does not have a taste, because it does. And it's disgusting. I get my water intake through tea. So, you know. My water intake is tea. Yeah, I don't really like drink. I don't drink like bottled water or anything, because there's no point buying it. So yeah, the water here does not taste great. It does not. It's not great tasting. But my plants love it, so they drink enough water for both of us. Water does not taste like nothing. I don't like beer. No, my plants do not drink beer. I don't either. It's too bitter. You feed your plants beer. Mm. Mm. I don't drink alcohol very often. I don't drink whiskey. I've sometimes I'll have like what have I had? I've had some different kinds of liqueur. I've had sparkling wine and I've had mimosas. I've had um what else I had? I don't know what else I've had. I've had um what is that one that I had a shot of? And that was for stream. It was something. Yes, I act drunk when I'm super tired. I've there's one stream that is not on YouTube. I didn't upload it to YouTube. It was purely for Twitch, where it was a birthday stream, and I streamed while I was tipsy. I've never actually been like drunk, but I have been intoxicated. Yeah, I was tipsy and I streamed because I thought it would be fun. Oh yeah, it was really fun because we played Repo, and I kept killing people because I kept just either giggling or like mumbling to myself. Yeah, when I get tipsy, I don't shut up. Absolutely not. Oh yeah, I've also drunk champagne before. I've done that. So there's that. I don't DoorDash anything. I don't use DoorDash. It depends on what kind of champagne you get. I don't remember what the percentage was on the one I drank. So champagne is spelled a little weird, isn't it? You would need a lot of people to agree in order for it to actually get changed, though. Um, I don't think I've ever had non-alcoholic champagne. I've only had the alcoholic. Well, yeah, I drink rarely, so I prefer tea. I don't strike you as a loser. Just wait. It is not alcoholic tea, it's just pure tea. It's just regular tea. What are you taking back? What the what? Yes, I'm still a full-time streamer. I've never had another job, and I probably won't. Oh, jeez. Hey, the once a week is an improvement for me just saying, hey, I'm just gonna stream whenever I want, and you have to fucking deal with it, even if it's like twice in 1 year. That's it. At least now I'm being semi-consistent. This is better than any other year that I've streamed. Running it deep. Oh, jeez. I don't think someone's gonna get really political. I don't like people getting political in my chat. Last time someone did, I timed them out. I'm just trying to understand what's happening in general. No, we're not getting religious either. Oh my goodness. Those are not the words I said. We're not gonna get political, we're not gonna get religious. Mm-mm. I'm not getting into any of that shit. No comment. Here, have a baby Groot. Or a Dalek. Here, have a Dalek. I have 3 Groots. Yeah, well, I can tell you it's not spelled like that. No, I'm not. No, I've not built any more figures. Reminds me, I need to stream, working on building that Warhammer figure again. Academic I don't know. I've never even thought about them before. I honestly don't care enough at this point. No. Oh jeez. No. No, 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 no. Oh, hey, would you look at that? All of my friends are playing Minecraft. Cause I don't like to lie. I don't know. I just realized I have just a small collection of titles. TARDISes. What question is that? Shaman me baller with hair? I don't care. That's up to them. I don't hate men. I just don't interact with people. I have severe social anxiety. I don't leave my house. Yes, Minecraft is cool. I prefer modded Minecraft, but yes. It's not that the original is not good enough. I just get bored so fast that I need mods to keep me entertained. It's why I play with like 200 plus mods. I don't cheat, I just add magic and stuff. Or I add the mods that make it harder for me to do anything. Depending on the challenge, yes. Is my mic picking up me cracking my knuckles? Not that kind of challenge. Okay, that wasn't cheating though. That was a mod. And I had to find the artifact in order to be able to do that. There's a dragon in vanilla Minecraft, and then there's mods that add more dragons. Because there's the end dragon. But you have to defeat in order to technically beat the game. So. Is it? Yes, I read manga. I have a shelves full of it. And I'm trying to get more. I'm not gonna mix match the books. I do that, I will cry. I will cause chaos for most things, but there are certain things where I have OCD with them, and my books is one of them. I also can't exactly move to go mix match them at the moment. So there's that too. I'm not gonna rate 946 mangas right now. I'm not gonna name 946 mangas right now. My brain's not fully functional. I don't even think I know 946. I know like 100 at best, and that's when I write them all down and I'm looking at them. I don't know that many off the top of my head. That would be impressive if I did, though. That would actually be quite impressive. Oh yeah, I've been streaming for an hour. I didn't think I would last that long. A map? Where? Are you talking about that? That's not a map, that's a cross stitch. Oh. Yes. That's just a cross stitch. Yeah, now it has been my mechanism. But that's because my social battery has not been great. And it's not great today. So, and also the fact my attention span hasn't been that great, which is also partially why I end stream, because I was like, oh. What is a social battery? Something I don't have most of the time. Um, Not really. I haven't really been watching things. I've just been really reading and doing cross stitch. Um, I've been reading Twisted Wonderland stuff. And, there's other things. I can't think of what else I was reading. Anyway. Yeah. But I've been, reading Persona. I've also mostly been doing cross stitch. So. No, I don't really watch Stranger Things. I tried to watch the first episode and I didn't make it very far. I got bored of it quite fast. I didn't even make it past the first episode. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. The monsters from Stranger Things seems quite cool, but the storyline itself just kind of bored me. Then again, I don't have the attention span to watch anything, so. What is dark? Alright, I forgot what that is. I don't really watch things, I'm gonna be honest. The most I watch is like Markiplier and Doctor Who and and anime. I was a closer than I. Yeah. I've also kind of recently, not really, been rewatching Two Broke Girls because I like watching Max roast people. So, yeah. Roast people. Her insults are fun. Yes. Other shows that I wanted to watch, I don't have access to because they added a paywall to it on Prime, and I'm like, I'm already paying for Prime. Why do I have to pay more? So I just don't watch them. Mm. Yeah, I saw some of it. It doesn't seem all that bad. But yeah. I only watched um the second episode all the way up to like the fifth, and that's because my friend was watching it and they showed me it, and we watched those episodes together, and then I just haven't actually touched watched it myself. And from that, it seemed. I dye my hair for fun. I haven't actually had a single hair color because I always get multicolored hair. I haven't had just my natural hair or like one singular color hair for 12 years? 11? Something along those. No. But I dye it semi often. And each time I dye it, it's a different color. So I never like do touch ups and stuff. It's just like a completely different dye job every time I do it. So I don't do it that often. But I do it often enough where it doesn't grow out. I don't have pics on my computer. They're on my phone. And my phone is not near me. But mm, uh next time if you're here and remind me, I can show them. Yeah, you can also just watch my clips. But that doesn't show all of my hair colors because there are some hair colors from when I wasn't streaming that I have pics of. There's those. Yeah, it's too much work just to click through clips. Um, yeah. But next time if I'm reminded, I can show you and your beard. Uh, yeah. Anyway, I keep snoozing the ad break. It's just the book. Oh my gosh. On that, if your plant's throwing up, I'm gonna end stream here. Uh, I'm gonna go back to cross stitching. Yeah, but I had fun. Yes, but there are certain plants that can throw up. I will say that. Um, I would love to see the drawings you did. Just send them to me on Discord and I'll look at them. But yeah, I'm gonna end stream here. I will see you guys next Wednesday. Thank you for hanging out and chatting. It was nice. I don't normally really have chat, so that was nice. But yeah, I'll see you later. And remember, a rare day keeps your monsters at bay. Bye!